Hi, Stu from UKB man, and today I'm here with a little bit of a different video. First swarm of the season, potentially my swarm. Working from height on a ladder, and well, found the swarm just by that. Beautiful looking swarm. I wouldn't say it was a primary, but it could be bigger than I actually think. Cast, it's going to be quite difficult to get into, but we'll have a little look now. I'm going to trim away some of the stuff to make my shake a little easier. Got a box ready to go, and yeah, hopefully I can find a spot where I can put the camera so you can all see. Quite impressive to see. As you can see, the bees are quite well clustered. Very potentially, there's a decent primary swarm. Now I got to find out if they're my bees and how many have left one of the hives. If it's the blacks, even though they don't particularly look black, they look like buckfasts. But if it's the blacks, then this is going to be interesting. I'm already having a warning or curiosity around me. Now, when you have a swarm, they fill themselves full of honey, gorge, 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 and gorge, and they slim the queen right down for it. So, in theory, they shouldn't be aggressive, and you shouldn't really need to use smoke. I haven't got my smoker. I'm not fully protected either, so I could get binged, but we'll see. Pinged, binged, something like that. This is not going to be fun. Now the question is, did that work? Got a few angry ones around me. If they fan, we're good. If they fly off, it's bad. There's still a decent sized cluster forming up by here. So I have no idea if I've got her or not. Well, that is a decent size. That also happens when the smell of pheromones of where the queen is. So potentially I've got her, potentially I haven't. I have to leave them settle down, or see if they could signal to each other to go from there to the box by there. There seems to be a lot of activity now of the bees going into the box, whether that's bees that's orientated and going back in, or it's been signalled that they will come here. Time will tell, I think. But they are getting a lot more confident we're going in now. So let's go back to the time lapse and have a little look. It would be fair to say the box is getting a lot of activity. And I mean a lot of activity. I can hear some heavy fanning inside, which is pretty decent to hear. The box is getting covered. There is still a lot of activity up in the tree, but they're very confused compared to what they have been, and the size on the actual cluster seems to be decreasing. So would it be fair to say it did get the queen on the shake, and that's just the pheromones on there, because that box is definitely very popular. Very popular indeed. I'm going to hedge my bet the queen is in there. Every time I say that, it always backfires. So if that's the case, I'm going to put it to the test. I'm not going to shake that or cut that, because I feel like I can see that cluster getting smaller. Funnily enough, as I said, it's starting to get busier on the box. I think it's fair to say it is extremely busy on the box. That cluster's quieting down. There is a roar from this box. I think we have a queen inside the box. That is very pleasing. Look at that. I think it's so fascinating, swarms. Absolutely fascinating. Incredible. Yeah, I think we're good there, guys. I think we're very good. I mean, that looks like a weird angle. That's very good. Considering I just got back from Tennessee, my neighbor called me and said, what the hell is going on? Complete panic. If you're not a fan of bees, you can absolutely understand why. Some people find it fascinating, other people find it phenomenal. Either way, well, he's back in the garden soaring, so kudos. That is amazing. I think it's definitely fair to say. Let's do a time lapse. I'll put a bit of music on there. If you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe. Definitely means a lot, but it is very pleasing to see. So it's been about 20 minutes. I think it's fair to say that I've got the queen. They're going in beautifully. I don't know what the time lapse looked like. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's quite fascinating to watch. The way they're fanning, the way they're behaving. All the bees, all the way around here, all completely fanning, doing their pheromone sharing. That is fair to say they are in. And it's going to be one heavy box of bees. I actually didn't realise how big that swarm was. Like, I initially thought it was small. So I'm expecting to see half my Welsh blacks gone. My fault. I own my stuff. If I missed a cell, and I checked there last week, so I must have missed a cell. Own that stuff, man. Own it. I even did a split on her last week. So potentially going to an empty hive, but we'll see. We'll see. Awesome. Even just watching this is absolutely awesome. Going over then to the cluster, it's fair now to say it is practically tiny. So I don't think it's needed now for me to time lapse the rest of them going in. I'll come back this evening, close them up and take them up the apiary. The new apiary. You can see the new apiary. But as you can see, they're in there. Let's go have a look inside the hive. Definitely a lot quieter than they usually are. I mean, there's still quite a lot in there, but they're definitely a lot quieter. So there could be a lot of nurse bees in there. We'll see. And there was a lot of honey in there as well. Definitely a lot quieter than what it normally is. Let's have a little look in the blacks. That was heaving, so this definitely come from these. These guys aren't overly friendly, so, and potentially don't have a queen now, so let's have a little look. Wow, that's a quiet hive. Whew. I mean, it's still busy. You're probably like, that's not quiet. You can see loads in there still, but compared to what it was, it's not, you know, not what I'm used to. So I'm gonna have a little look through and I'll update you in a moment. There we have it, a beautiful Superseizure queen cell, the only one I found so far. She's had good laying patterns on all the others. She's laid loads of eggs today, but that is a stunning looking queen cell. I need you. Right, let's have a look through more.